Hi, it's Lee here. Thanks for joining me. I was inspired by Neri, who made what she calls a one-shot pocket flower press. So it's just a little flower press that goes into a journal, and it's made for pressing one flower. So I thought I'd have a go at making one to put into my journal that I'm doing at the moment. So I'm using playing cards for my covers, and I'm going to glue them onto a piece of cardboard, which is the cover of a notebook. So I'll cut that down to size. So I've got my two bits of cardboard ready, and I'm going to attach a cloth spine, and I'm using a piece of eco-dyed fabric to do that. So I'll glue it across the two pieces, and then attach a tie onto the inside as well. And that'll be my spine and my closure. And then on the inside I'm going to glue a piece of printed paper. And leaving room for the book to open and close, and for the piece of watercolour paper to go inside it, I'm attaching that little cloth spine with some clear craft glue. So once I get these glued on, I'll just put that aside to dry. I'm going to use this piece of sari silk as my tie. It's a bit wide, so I'll split it down the middle, and then I'll glue it on, and that can just dry with the hinge. So both of these covers, the inside and the outside, are going to be covered. The outsides will have those cards on them, and then there'll be a printable on the inside. Just trimming off a little bit of excess cloth there, and now I'm just going to let it dry. Once the glue is dried on the hinge and the tie, I'm going to use matte medium to glue my cards on. So that's what I'm applying at the moment, a really good coat of matte medium. And these are the covers that you'll see on the outside of the little flower press. I'm just putting some clips on this to hold the card down, because it is starting to curl just a little bit. So to keep it in place, I've applied those clips, and I'll just leave them on there till they dry. Once that's dry, I'll attach my inside paper. So this is what I'm doing here now, and using the matte medium again as my glue. And I'm just going to use another card as a guide for cutting those papers to size. So I'll glue them down, give them a good cover of matte medium over like on the top of them, and set it aside to dry again. Everything's all nicely dried now, and I've trimmed off my corners with my knife, and I'm now just smoothing the edges with a little bit of sandpaper. The next thing I'll do is to cover those edges with matte medium to seal it all in nicely. I want to make this as waterproof as possible. You just never know, you might have it out in the field with you one day, and it could be raining or something. So, and also there's moisture in flowers, so you know the more protection you can give the paper and the cardboard, the better. So once I finish sanding off to my satisfaction, I will then get the paintbrush out and the matte medium, then paint the matte medium all the way around the edge of the cardboard, seal it all in, and then give the covers another coat. Put that aside to dry. So once that's dry, I'll then paint with some gold paint and let that dry. And here's the completed little flower press. It's gorgeous, isn't it? I just love it. I think all the colours go really well together. The colour of the sari silk is really nice. And yeah, so it's as solid as anything. It's thick and sturdy. All the way around the edges has been painted with the gold paint. And that's a piece of watercolour paper. So when you want to dry a flower, you just pop it inside that watercolour paper, tie up the sari silk around the outside, and put it in a safe place until you get home, and then you can stick something heavy on top of it. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. It's going to be popped into that nature journal that I'm working on as just part of the ephemera that's going to go with the journal itself. So a nice little surprise for whoever buys it. It's really, really gorgeous. So thanks Neri for this idea. I'll put a link to her video in my description box. And I'll say thanks for watching. Cheers from Australia. Hooroo. See you in another video. Bye.